Hello and welcome to another episode of the Contractor Grow Show. My name is Mark. Today I'm interviewing Chanc Killion at Plano Landscaping Company in Plano, Texas. Chanc, thanks so much for being with us today.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so you guys are in Plano. They're kind of north, east northeast of Dallas. Maybe we could just start by telling the customers, what services you provide for your customers.
So we design, install, and maintain landscaping for customers around Plano, Frisco, and McKinney area. We come in, we figure out what you want to use the space for, and we design it based on that and functionality. And then we maintain it as well. Mowing, edging, blowing, trimming the shrubs, pruning, fertilization, stuff like that. I'm pretty much your go-to shop for anything landscaping.
Fantastic. And do you guys also do some like hardscaping and kind of build out of like exterior spaces as well?
Yeah, we do outdoor kitchens, patios, pergolas, decks, arbors, stuff like that as well.
Fantastic. So you've been at this since May 2019. Looks like you had a couple of other businesses, another business here before that. How's it been like? How's it been getting started? I mean, you got started kind of a year before COVID. Seems like a lot of landscaping, kind of hardscaping type spaces really kind of exploded in kind of 2019 and beyond. How was it starting in 2019 and, your first year into it being in COVID world?
So COVID world actually kind of helped us. People were stuck at home. They weren't able to go out and spend time with their family. So a lot of people were looking into utilizing their spaces, their outdoor spaces. So, and that first year we got a lot of business from customers that were trying to, redesign their backyard to make it more usable for them.
Gotcha. And how many folks do you have on your team right now?
I have 3 crews for installs, and then I have 3 solo maintenance guys.
Okay.
So in all, I got about 12 guys that work with me.
Wow, amazing. Those guys are more or less all full time?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all full-time.
Do you guys see a lot of seasonality in Texas? I mean, it seems pretty warm there in the winter. I mean, is there, is most of your season kind of 9 months out of the year? Or are you guys full time all the way around?
We try to stay busy year round. During the winter, there is a few weeks that we fall short of filling the schedule. During the wintertime, I try to focus all of our jobs that, require a lot of hardscape and not very plant intensive. Spring and summer, we're focusing more on grass and plants and whatnot. So, it's all about how to kind of organize the jobs that we have in the pipeline and figure out when to schedule them. That way I can keep my crews busy year round.
Gotcha. I always love talking with landscapers when here on the show. I mean, I've kind of said in previous, in another life, I was in the trades and doing a lot of building and stuff back when. If I'd really known about the kind of landscaping industry, I probably would have evolved into that. How did you decide to get into the landscaping business here?
So back in 2018, I was running a marketing company with my business partner. He was doing a lot of the face-to-face interactions, and I was doing more of like the back-end operations side of things. I was like the creative for the websites, and I helped manage all of our subcontractors and whatnot. I kind of wanted to get out of that space. Tired of sitting behind a computer all day, so I kind of used those marketing skills to build a website and rank it. Eventually we started getting small jobs here and there, and then I started taking on bigger jobs, and fast forward to today, we're taking care of 200 plus homes a week across Plano, Frisco, McKinney, and we're also taking on a lot higher end, larger projects these days. So I couldn't really imagine the growth. If I were to look back 7 years, I wouldn't imagine that we would have grown as big as we have today.
Amazing. So I see you guys have got just, 199, really perfect Google reviews. Looks like you guys do a great work for your customers here. You've got a background in marketing. interesting. That's what we do over here, and always interested, when folks have got a great handle on marketing themselves. I mean, how much of your business would you say comes from referrals versus kind of the online efforts and getting your website set up right and kind of ranking well at this point?
At this point, it's probably about 60-40. It's about 60% of it comes from our online ranking, just Google search reviews and whatnot. The other 40% comes from referrals. As long as you're taking care of your customers and doing a good job for them and, never cutting corners, always doing the right thing, you're going to get repeat customers, and those customers are going to talk about you. In growing a business, you can't burn people. You got to always take care of them, even if it, isn't always the easiest road path to take. You just always got to do the right thing, make sure your customer's happy at the end of the day, because those referral leads are the hottest leads you can get, and then those are the jobs that are going to continue to grow your business.
Gotcha. So did you start with your dad actually when you were kind of a teenager? I mean, were you involved in this business, or was he involved in it?
Yeah. So when I was 16, 17, saving up for school and whatnot, my dad and I opened up a landscaping company. I kind of paused that to go into some different trades and go to school and whatnot. My dad managed all of the lawns while I did that. And then when I was doing the marketing company, I didn't really feel like I was in the right space. And I always kind of wanted to open that back up. So we opened that back up, the landscaping side of things. And then we kind of took over the yards that my dad was still doing. He was just kind of doing it part-time, just a little extra cash here and there. It really wasn't a crazy business back in the day. It used to be called college crew landscaping is what we called it. It was for my college essentially.
That's great. Fantastic. Well, what does the future look like for you guys in terms of kind of growth here over the next few years? I mean, are you definitely in growth mode, or are you guys kind of in a stable place with the crews you have right now?
Right now, we're in a pretty stable place. I am trying to focus on all of our systems and processes before we start growing too much. It's important with growing a business like this to make sure you have all your systems and processes in place before you grow. You don't want to try to grow too fast because it'll end up biting you in the butt. I've learned that lesson once or twice. So yeah, I'm just kind of cruising, taking care of our referral customers and taking care of all the jobs that are coming in right now. It's getting pretty busy right now, so just trying to balance work and personal life.
Gotcha. This piece about systems and processes. I mean, what does it look like for you guys? Documenting everything? Do you use video to do that? How do you go about executing on that?
So for, to stay organized, we offer a lot of different services, and especially with maintenance, there's a lot of, communications issues that could go wrong. So to stay organized, we use a platform called Jobber, and, we put our notes and photos in there for my employees and whatnot, just so they know exactly what needs to be done. We try to, in the jobs that we schedule out, we try to be as organized as possible and be as descriptive as we can for our installers, so that when they go out to the property, there's no questions. They have all the information that they need in front of them. And then aside from that, just, profit and loss on each job, figuring out, what our margins were on that job, seeing if, we can save the customer money by lowering our prices or potentially raising our prices to cover our growth. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then can I ask you, how much time do you spend, or maybe your team spend, say per month, kind of on average for the marketing piece of the business?
Marketing wise, my marketing is I spend probably about 10 hours a week working on my, putting out content on Google, Facebook, stuff like that. Just getting good content and pictures from projects and portfolios. Yeah.
Gotcha. Fantastic. Well, I just want to kind of point out to our listeners here a few things that like really interesting here. First of all, Chanc has got a great team, got 12 guys running, and he's really focused on systems and processes. And I couldn't agree more. That is something we're like super focused on here in our business as well. Very important. And also that 60% of his business comes in from his marketing efforts. He's putting 40 hours a month in on that. there's ways to have that done. He's doing a lot of that work himself, and potentially also with a team. But I mean, in so many cases, when we talk with builders, like 90 or 100% of their business comes in from referrals. And so over half of your business comes in from the marketing efforts that you've done. Has the marketing background that you have really seems like it's really served the business well to have that and have that kind of knowledge and be able to set that up well, huh?
It's the foundation of this business, to be honest. I knew marketing before I knew how to do landscaping. It was more of a trial and error kind of thing, learning from my subcontractors.
Gotcha. Foundation of the business. Fantastic. Well, Chanc, if folks are in the Plano, kind of McKinney area and looking for a great landscaping company to work with, highly rated, what are the best ways to get in touch with you guys?
Our website is planolandscaping.net, or you could give us a call at 214-624-6011.
Great. Fantastic. We'll reach out to Chanc at 214-624-6011 or planolandscaping.net. Got a great website over there with all their photos and all the great work they do, some great video. Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, great. Well, Chanc, thanks for jumping on today and using your valuable time here to teach our audience some great lessons about running a business. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate your time.